Thank you very much, and God, that's loud. Now you can hear me. And good evening to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here today. I'm very grateful on behalf of my sister Mimi, my brother Asad, who could not be here today, but the three of us are partners in this project. And so when I speak for the three of us. And I'm very grateful that you could all, and we are all very grateful that you could come this evening on a busy Sunday where you've got so many things to do on your personal time. But thank you. I also greet you on behalf of all our colleagues at Raffles Park, led by our CEO, Karan. So thank you for being here today. I'm going to try and be brief because I realize I'm perhaps standing between you, the architects, a view of the show villa and dinner. So I'm probably the kebab mein haddi. So let me move as quickly as I can. Our grandfather, as a young man, embarked on a journey and opened a business in Singapore in 1915. And he did this in order to achieve something significant in his life. Over the years, this dream has evolved into many businesses, into business enterprises, and it's been something that has not come easy, but it's offered wisdom, it's offered knowledge, and it's had a profound impact on the way we live and on the way we manage our business. We are extremely proud to say that our most significant learning has been and what is important to us is how whatever we do really impacts the social fabric, impacts the environment in which we live. So from our perspective and our focus on the customer, on the client, has really helped shape a number of things we have done, including a business that my father founded, which was the Ascot Group, which, as was said earlier by JK, is the world's largest service department group. Raffles Residency is really a journey for us. It's really in a way much more than a housing project. It's much more than an investment and a development. It's almost a homecoming for us and for our family. It's back to our roots. Now, if you look at everywhere, there are magnificent homes, luxury homes available. And in India today, there's no shortage of them. But a home is more than just a place you live in. It's a community that you live in, and it's an environment that you live in. And therefore, from our perspective, delighting the people who live here is a mission that we, my brother, my sister, and I have charged our management team with creating. And therefore, what we're finding is that while the real estate sector is in India, it's really become a big deal in India. It's come a long way from its earliest days in terms of what you can get, in terms of attracting investors, developers. But what you see in the market is a lot of influence of international design. But this international design is not always reflected in the product that comes out of this. At the same time, India has come into its own. So India is not a country anymore that says, because it's something foreign, therefore it is good. That's not true, because there's a lot in India that is of its own being, of its own making. And so therefore, in that regard, it's a question of bringing the quality of design, the standards internationally, and combining it with the best of India. Bangalore itself has become a center for international companies to work, to outsource, and it's a destination for a number of returning Indians. Therefore, it is not possible for us to ignore the fact that people come in with influences and with desires that are probably not met in the marketplace. It's also the third largest hub in India for high net worth individuals. So therefore, we find that you find a lot of high-end residential developments, but you still have a question as to whether it fulfills needs beyond a house or a home. And therefore we launched Raffles Park, our first bespoke villa project in India, to meet these needs. The project has been very exciting for us in many ways, and we hope that we'll set we'll make some differences. It's easy to use the word benchmarks. I don't know what that really means, but I hope it creates differences that those who live here, visit here, will recognize. So therefore, therefore the home, while we have to build homes of different designs, it really needs to reflect the individual homeowner's personality and the lifestyle the family wants to live in. So it has to be more than just beautiful. So I hope that when you see the show Villa, which has been worked on very hard, of course, by the interior designers and completed by my sister and her company, you'll be able to see that there's some differences that have been created here. There's a lot said about the architects. There's a lot that can be said about these particular architects. From my perspective, and I think the team will agree with me, we're finding in order to do this, we could not compromise. We could not compromise on the quality of architects or the quality of architecture, or indeed the quality of anything that we're putting in here. So therefore, it really was a very simple decision. You have to have the best Indian architect who's renowned internationally as an architect, and you've got him sitting here. I have no clue what he's about to say, but all will be revealed shortly, because he's decided in the last 2 hours to write a speech which is top secret. So we're going to hear that. But one thing I can tell you what is not top secret is the fact that he is internationally recognized, internationally acclaimed, certainly the top architect in this country. Wong Chu Man from Warner Wong is equally acclaimed. He's somebody whom we have known for a long time and have been an admirer of his work. So you'll see that in features in Raffles Park. What is a little bit different is that where a lot of people take a design or an idea from somewhere and then say, okay, let me take that idea, then let me find somebody else who can interpret that idea, and the international architect is gone, the quality master planning is gone, and then we interpret and create something. We said that that's certainly a cheaper way of doing things, but you're not going to get what you want. So therefore, what we have asked, and both Karan and Chuman have indulged us, is to remain with our project from start to finish, to look at every single detail all the way through in order to produce something that we believe is a unique product. Please forgive me for selling that. I'm not selling the project. I'm actually more than anything speaking to the quality of the people that we have elected to work with, and to be honest, who have elected to give us their time and their talent. So from that blueprint, we believe that we've moved a long way, and it's culminated in one villa for the moment. But as you'll see it developing over the next days and months into something which will be quite different, and therefore it gives us a lot of pleasure to share with you that some news. We've currently completed 70% of the structures. We have, and that's in less than 18 months. Now, for some of you, or most of you here, I want to say that we are very grateful for you in that you have believed in us, where a lot of people said, foreign developer, can you do it in India? Well, this is where we are. It's 18 months, 70% of the structures are complete. All the contracts for the rest have been awarded. 60% of the homes have been sold, and therefore we're very confident in giving the consumers a very distinctive experience at Raffles Park. What's next for us? India has got one of the fastest growing real estate markets in the world. The word luxury has become cheap, and everybody talks about luxury. From my perspective, it's a question, I don't look at luxury. Yes, it's emerging. It's a vibrant and dynamic market. The key, though, is can you meet the needs of a particular clientele? of a particular group of discerning people. And that's our mission, that's our goal, and that's what we're trying to do here. So, with the launch of this premium property in Bangalore, our view is that we should continue to serve the same segment. We are reviewing other projects initially in the Bangalore market. We'd like to focus. We'd like to ensure that each project provides and delivers the expectations that you will have in us. So therefore, for those who are our partners in this, who have bought villas here, who are considering living with us here, I'd like to thank you. Many of you are here today, and thank you for trusting us. I'd also like, and in this case, this is the next thing I'm going to say is really difficult because it's a large number of people I need to thank, but I'd like to thank the team led by AJ Kairan, the 3 senior people, JK, Sudarshan, Ashok, who are all here looking after different parts of the project. For all of you, all of our colleagues, all here whom I can't name individually, just because there are a number of you here, please forgive me, but I'd like to thank you all for the hard work put in through the whole project. And perhaps tonight you guys will get your first night of sleep in many, many nights. So thank you all very much for that, for your efforts and patience and commitment. On behalf of my sister Mimi, my brother Asad, and myself, thank you all for being here today. And in a few minutes, first of all, you're going to get into some serious stuff with some words from our architects, and then see what you've come here to see as opposed to listen to me. So thank you all very much. Thank you.